Paula, let's talk to your best friend in the world, Al Dukes. Albert?
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're doing these staff evaluations during your break, would you consider bringing back some of the old staff?
Like?
Well, I mean, me and Billy Staples, maybe bring back that 2002 staff that energized Fez.
We really did have a staff that would light a candle under Fez's ass.
That staff is fucking nuts.
And something happened, I don't know whether it's lately or before, but did you always have to be propped up for every show, Fez?
No, I didn't. That's something like recently.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely not in 2002.
Right. So 2002, we had Fez Whatley, who wanted to be here. Fez Whatley, who was like, let me into a mic. And you think that had to do with you and Billy Staples?
Yeah, and I know also at that time Fez had taken Joe Poo under his wing.
Yeah, when you broke up with Joe Poo, something went bad in you, Fez.
That really hurt my feelings.
What happened there exactly? I eat my own poo.
Because I thought Joe Poo had all the potential in the world.
You considered him a young, shit-eating Fez Whatley.
Exactly.
I eat my own poo.
And
I hit him so hard I knocked the slippers off him.
And I wanted to help him, and I wanted to train him and teach him, like, how to come up with material and how to write things and how to develop his character, maybe some other characters. And
I only like being Joe Poo. Wait, my son Joe Jr.'s calling. I drink my own pee. Oh, hi, son.
And then he just basically dropped out of it. Like, he wouldn't take my advice. He wouldn't follow through on anything. He just really tried to put himself in the background and fade away, and then left.
My own poo. I eat my own poo. Something happened between you two.
I think it happened after he developed the latter-day Jim Morrison impression character.
Yeah. Are y'all just a bunch of sheep? That was actually a pretty good one. I like that one, too.
Yeah.
And Connecticut. Yeah, I thought there was a thing that maybe, Fez, too close.
You think so?
Well, that came as one of the responses. Something happened drinking up in those lights-out parties.
I can't imagine anything that happened. I thought that was bonding.
Yeah,
seriously?
You know what, I think what happened is after Joe left, Rory took that spot. And
Rory became the child.
Yeah.
The child/lover. And then you haven't taken anybody
That's not
else.
a good combo.
But you're not... I noticed that you don't have that relationship with Dave. You don't have that relationship with Pepper. Let's face it, you don't even talk to the interns now.
Right, yeah.
Why is that? What are we going to do to get you back into it? We all want you back.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. And I don't know, Dave I thought I really tried with, but Dave can be such a nut sometimes, it gets exhausting.
Do you value Dave more than Rory?
Yes, I do.
Wow, shocker.
Yes.
Dave more than Joe Poo?
Yes.
All right, so the thing is, you just no longer show your emotions. You feel these things, but nobody's aware of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess I keep too much to myself in that respect.
Why?
I don't know. You know what? I really hadn't even thought of it until it came up. I hadn't considered the fact that I wasn't, that involved with Dave.
Here's an interesting thing. When Dave's going, oh, Ron, you took me here and there on days that Fez was around. When I'm not around, do you ever take him out?
No.
Because you don't think of it.
Right, yeah, it doesn't occur to me.
Where you had Joe Poo up there in the office doing God knows what until finally he walked away.
Wasn't God knows what.
Al, do you consider that the all-star team?
Yeah.
The 2002?
Yeah, it was a good lineup, I think. Me, Billy Staples, Joe Poo.
The Hawk?
The Hawk.
Yeah.
Right.
We had a good crop of interns, I believe.
Now, let me ask you this, Al. Would you say that comes down to executive producer? That really a Fez, if things are running well, a Fez is going to feel a little more relaxed.
Yeah, it takes the heat off of Fez.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have someone who can control all of those people like I was able to do with Billy Staples. And
that's why you were able to move your way up in the business.
Yeah, I just went up the ladder.
Yeah. Well, who's in that position now?
On your program?
Yeah.
Well, I hear it's Earl, but I only know that from the title. But
wow,
I don't think he would.
Oh yeah, Al, you had their respect. That's why Billy shit on your check. That's why.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. Him wiping his ass with with Al's check was great fucking radio. You wouldn't be able to do that on terrestrial radio anymore.
That was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I know, but it was still like that's your someone who was under you wiping their ass with your income.
Well, he thought that would put him above me, and guess what? It didn't.
That's true. Good point. Wait, you didn't give me a chance. You said, guess what? I was ready to say it didn't, and you rushed right in with it.
Yeah, I mean, he thought that's what was going to put it over.
Give me time when you say, guess what? I don't have that kind of speed. All right, what else do you think is the problem right now? Fez isn't as involved as he used to be.
Right.
What else?
I don't know. Maybe it's the group of regulars isn't up to speed the way,
The RonandFez.net gang.
Yeah, like we used to have the Ron and Fez girls was a solid group.
The babies, yeah.
Right.
Babies. I think that was more of a interesting.
Well, let's face it, Sweet Melissa was a high watermark.
True.
You weren't going to get any bigger than that.
Right. I mean, I don't hear, like, Dan from Hoboken disappeared.
Fantastic he was.
Pantera, I still see him at events, but he's, like, not interested as
He's
much.
a shelf, yeah.
Lily crushed him.
Lily ruined him.
I guess you have to say Pantera was more interesting when he was part of a couple with the very volatile Lisa Croft.
Yeah, but he was in a couple with Lily, and yet that just broke him.
True.
And, Lisa Croft used to punch him in the face. It wouldn't bother him. So, Earl, let me ask you something. Why is Al thinking about these things and you're not?
I'm thinking about him. I completely.
But Al called here, pointed things out to Fez, and Fez is going, yeah, I haven't thought about that, but you're right. And you have to see, sometimes when you're on the air, it's like being in the batter's box. Ball's coming 100 miles an hour. You don't know whether you're stepping in the bucket or not. You don't know whether you're hitching yourself. You are not paying attention. You need somebody on the outside to pull Fez aside and go, hey, big man, you know why you're not hitting the long ball? Here's what you got to do. Drop the shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not really comfortable with that role.
But Al came in and was comfortable with it immediately.
Yeah.
No, and Al,
I mean, I admit that's not in your nature, but when something is not in your nature, should that be your job?
It's something I'm developing. That's something I'm trying to work on.
How long do we have to wait?
But, Earl, I've known you for at least 7 years.
And we're about to put Fezzy in a nut hut and lock the door. We got to pull him out of this.
Yeah, I mean, and believe me, I worry about it so much to the point where I don't sleep anymore, and I'm trying to find a way.
Why aren't you sleeping? Because Fezzy isn't taking Dave out?
No, I don't sleep for a lot of reasons. I mean, I'm constantly thinking about the show, how to make it better. How can I be a better leader? You've
never once come in and said, I have an idea for the show.
That's not necessarily true, but...
Give me an example.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
Because I will give Al Dukes credit for this. He changed the way we've done show prep over the years.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And Al, I appreciate this call today.
Yeah. It had to be done. I don't want to be around for these 2002 shows on the best ofs. I'm going to be embarrassed.
Yeah, well, E-Rock just gave me a bunch of 2002 shows showing me what's coming up for the best of, and they sound terrific.
Yeah, sure. Of course they do. How come E-Rock has our best ofs already walking around? How did Boots give them to him?
He gets them to delete faster
E-Rock
for me.
told me that now that the studios are being worked on over at XM, that Earl can't figure out how to fix the best of or load your instant replay machine.
That's true.
No, there was some equipment that was missing. That was the problem, and we fixed that problem this morning.
Why are you mad at him? Be mad at E-Rock for diming you out.
E-Rock said that...
at the producer party that everybody's going to but you.
E-Rock said he got one look at your best of book, and it was just in shambles, things mislabeled.
Is that true?
Yeah, I have to work on the labeling, but so far I'm just trying to get into the left for the best of this next.
Why is everything mislabeled, Earl?
I don't see why not, because the cue sheets are there. Everything's everything is laid out right in front of everyone.
Oh, you don't get it here?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
There's one you'd love. I'll have to tell you later. Earl, I don't want you to slow this down, but give us 3 ideas that we're going to do after the 2-week vacation. How are we going to get back to form?
I got an idea.
Who's that, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up. Earl, what are you going to do? Give me 3 ideas.
No, I mean, I'm going to look at the...
No, I mean. How is that an idea? Give me 3 ideas.
I want to look to see how we can make the show prep better. I'm really serious
I just
here.
heard the word show prep, and you don't have an idea. I want to look at things that you have now and see if they're ideas. How about this? We start this way. You take Nico out to lunch today, Fez. Just you and Nico.
Today?
Yeah, and a chance for you to one-on-one. I have a feeling, he replaced Sheepy in HTG's heart.
Right.
And maybe he'll be able to replace Joe Poo for you.
Why is Nico the lucky winner out of all of them?
You want Underground instead? Who are you after? Who do you feel like this could be my new protege? This could be the young buck that I, make walk in the rain with me.
I feel good about Pepper Hicks because he's off to a strong start, and I feel like I could use that head start, that advantage.
Okay, I agree with that, but look at Pepper, look at you. Do you see anything to connect you guys?
There is no way I could run with Pepper Hicks as a running buddy.
And a lot of your proteges, and again, I don't think that you necessarily see it this way.
Uh-huh.
But your proteges tend to be, if I had to fuck a guy, it would be fill in the blank. That there is something there that's a little more exciting for you. Where Pepper looks like yesterday's overdose.
Yeah. Good point.
Is...
I'm trying to get it together.
No, you're not.
You should have police paper on your body.
You look like, how long has he been laying here?
I'm buying a sports coat for tomorrow.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
It really does. I could put a sports coat over a bag of shit. It's still a bag of shit, my friend.
Shit. Fuck.
All right, Al Dukes.
Yes.
Were you surprised that Earl, after all this time, has no ideas for the show?
No, because he never struck me as an idea or a funny guy before.
Yeah, you're Captain Excitement, Al.
All he ever was like on O&A was just when they would get him angry, he would just break stuff. That was funny.
That was great, and he won't do that here because Wiki made a mistake and suspended him. Put him on 30 days probation.
Al, I seem to remember you broke a certain person's pinball machine.
Why don't you say instead of a certain person, since we're on a national show?
Yeah, you broke Opie's pinball machine. You kind of flew off the handle.
He did not do that. He broke Anthony's foosball
table. I'm sorry.
And then he went and got a pinball machine.
Right.
Which, look around. Do we have a pinball machine here? I couldn't wait to get the breaks to run out and play that pinball machine.
That'd be awesome.
I used to break so fucking much. And I'd be like this, Fezzy, play 2 songs back to back.
Let me ask you this, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Do the producers look up to Fez? Because back in the day, they all really looked up to Fez. Maybe that's...
I agree that there's a different dynamic there
because
now.
They saw him as a guy who was a producer with
Right.
Ron and Ron, got on the air, got to be a full part.
He was the dream come true for every producer. But, again, he used to like to hold court and teach.
Yes.
And you don't do that anymore, Fezzy.
No, I don't. I don't sit around telling war stories anymore.
But you also don't teach.
Right.
What happened there? You used to like to say, nowadays we'll do this. We'll be leaving. You're like, Earl didn't do this. Dave didn't do this. But in the old days, you would meet with those guys and you'd say, here's the system I used to use. And you basically trained our producers. And to a lesser extent, you trained our better-looking interns. I don't see you doing that anymore.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't realize it had changed that much. I mean, I know I don't sit around, with the guys after the show, but you know what? I just didn't pick up on that I've neglected that part of it.
It seems like you've lost your joy for all those things, which you used to love to say, oh, here's the system I used to use. Here you go, boys. And he would always be like this. Color coding. He would always be big on telling people to color code things. But I never see you sit around. You've never worked with Dave once that way. You've never worked with Nico, who I see as a young Fez Whatley or as a better Sheepy.
Well, Nico just got here, basically.
But
Haven't
seriously,
had that time.
have you had any one conversation with him? Because I've talked to all the interns, and they've all said to me, you don't talk to them, and neither does Earl. So we've got 3 kids here now that aren't being trained and are giving of their time. It's this, the fact that they're here. Somebody should. Have you and Pepper ever sat down?
No.
Oh, you were drunk at your birthday party.
Did he act like he was glad to see you that day?
Oh, hell yeah.
Holding court that day, yeah. Yeah.
We need to get you drunker, maybe. But that gives you heart attacks.
Yeah, so maybe not as drunk or as often.
You've seemed to have lost your passion, Fez. The 2002 Fez.
Right, I can see that, yeah.
Is this what you're saying? You're not coming back from the 2-week break?
No, I'll be back.
You did not give me the opportunity there because the same as Al. I had some things to do. Al.
Yes.
Big part, if you name one thing, now that you are in programming, what would you change in the show? If you had to pull somebody out?
Executive producer.
Okay. Earl?
Yes.
Would you be willing not to come back after the 2 weeks?
I will not resign. No, I will not step down.
You won't, neither will Fez. All right, Davey Mack, you're going to have to fall on your sword. I got to have a major change in the show.
If that's what it takes to make Mr. B happy, then
I need somebody gone.
All right, Davey Mack will oblige. I mean, I'm not looking forward to that. I still derive a lot of joy out of this radio program.
I don't think you do at all.
I do,
I
very
think
much.
it's all been about your wedding.
No. That's been a stain over my real life, but during the
What?
show.
Your wedding is a stain?
Some kind of big piss stain. But anyway, the main point is I'll do whatever Mr. B and the Professor Watley ask of me.
You want him gone, Fez?
No, I don't want Dave gone.
Well, somebody's got to go, because this doesn't work anymore. That doesn't work for me. I need a major change here.
May I suggest the Velvet Underground?
The intern? Or the group?
I got to tell you the truth. Because Nico is the new sheepy, I haven't even focused on the Velvet Underground myself. He seems like he's a good kid, energetic. He's just not Nico. He doesn't have that sense of style.
He doesn't have the drive, and he's somewhat of a Martian.
Hard Rock Johnny wants to add some stuff. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
I planned a lot of events with Al.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, it was a much, much easier process back then.
Yeah.
And they were somewhat bigger events. 3-4 bands, lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, I want to cancel this thing we're doing with it. I know that you took advantage of Wiki, but by doing that, you took advantage of us, too, Johnny. We got to get out of this wedding.
Aren't you supposed to be in England, Ben Kingsley?
I leave at 9:15.
Is that our new thing for Backstabber?
Yes.
You know who Ben Kingsley does? Johnny.
I don't want to be Ben Kingsley. But I think when, going back to your conversation before, 2002 was definitely, that peak time.
That high water time.
That show, coming and hanging.
Well, in those days, we thought the terrorists were going to win. We had nothing else to live for. Well, of course, we're having fun.
It was definitely a good time. And what would have been a great added character at that time would have been Dave. If he was on that team.
At one point, I don't want to give this away, but I got an email last night from that Dave's call-in show up, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe that we go back to 2002 with you, Dave. That's shocking to me.
It's a great job.
Yeah, I've been with you guys for a long time. Well, you didn't know who I was.
No.
But I've been a fan forever.
Yeah.
Since 2000.
I will tell you this. The first time I met you, and that's when you were with your ex-girlfriend,
yes,
she grabbed my balls.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say that, and I feel better now that I put it out there.
All right.
I knew I have to be honest. Sometimes it takes 5 years.
It is the day before my wedding.
Yeah.
Wish you wouldn't bring that kind of thing up. Thank you.
There was pictures I saw the other day.
You want to play it now?
Yeah.
FronFez.net of Dave at the going away party.
Yeah.
And he's like shoving potato skins into his mouth, trying to shove as many in there as he could at the Hard Rock. So he was definitely a fan then. And
All right, so you're saying better days then, Johnny?
Oh God, yeah, better days.
Thanks.
the show's great, but better days back then.
All right, peace.